can you imagine Candace Owens on The View?
Yes.
Can you imagine Candace Owens replacing The View?
Yes.
Could you imagine Candace Owens being on mainstream media?
Yeah.
You can? Well,
She run
I
that shit.
fully disagree with you.
She would be like, everybody stop talking.
So I saw this article. This is a recent article that just came out here.
ABC announces Candace Owens' show to replace The View in a morning slot.
By the way, when did that article come out?
That came out published July 26th.
Okay, so this was
2024.
just recently.
Yeah.
I said, what?
Yeah.
Is this
I
a
could
real
see it.
thing?
I see it.
Read the follow-up right there. The
It
post
says
garnered.
The post garnered makes reaction from commentators with some showing of their support to the political commentator and their disdain for the talk show. Talk show.
So I'm like, what is ABC? Candace? This can't be real. What's going on right here?
Hell yeah.
So go to the article real quick. And if you scroll down, you'll basically find out that scroll up.
Okay.
This has been labeled as satire. I was like, oh, you got me. Fell for it. But you didn't really get me because I didn't necessarily believe that was going to happen. You got Nat, though.
I mean, I could see her coming in and be like, everybody get out. I'm
No.
doing this now.
No. And
Taking over.
so this actually be a pretty serious topic right here about what Candace just basically went sort of back and forth with Cardi B is actually a pretty serious topic. But here's the reason why the mainstream media is not going to have a disruptor, a non-establishment type person like Candace Owens on a legacy media platform. They're just not going to do it.
Right.
Here's prime example number one. So there was a situation where a police officer
Yeah.
went into this woman's house. Her name was Sonya Massey. Do we have that video, by the way? So let's show the video first, and then we'll show Candace's reaction, and then we'll show Cardi's reaction.
Got it.
So here's what happened right here. So Sonya Massey, she was a black woman shot dead in her home.
Oh, my God.
Here's the video right here. So she called the police to report noises outside of her home. By the way, is there an option to play this a little bit faster or no?
Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Okay. So go ahead, play the video. Guys, by the way, brace for impact right here. This is actually very serious. Go ahead.
Black woman is about to be shot by the police. She'll call for help.
So what'd you hear?
Somebody outside.
So she calls the police saying that, yo, there's somebody outside my house. It's an intruder. I don't know what's going on here. But there's more to the story. She hears these people outside. They're like, yeah, we checked your house. We checked the backyard. We've checked everything in the neighborhood. I don't see anything. You're good.
Nobody's out here.
Now they come to find out that she's a paranoid schizophrenic. She's seeing things.
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Doing all right mentally?
So they know that already, and they
Right.
start asking, hey, are you okay mentally? What's going on here? So, hey, by the way, can we see some ID? Here's what's going on here. They go inside the house. She can't find her ID. Right?
Yeah. I'm scared.
So as she's looking for her ID,
Now get out of your hair.
he says, look, just show me your ID. I'll get out of here. No big deal. But she then goes to say, hey, oh, by the way, hold on. I have a pot of boiling water on the stove. I don't need a fire right here. Let me go ahead and take care of this real quick. Here's where things get very weird.
Is she throwing the pot
Watch
on him?
this. Watch this.
Oh, wait for your hot steaming water.
Away from the house in the water.
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. He's like, what?
Better no, that's where I got all shoot you right in your face.
Oh, my God.
Fucking drop the pot.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired.
All right. Wow. That's a little much. Wow.
Is there anything you think we can do for her? All right. I'm not even gonna waste my med stuff then.
Oh, my God.
What else do we do?
All right. That was like a little too much, though.
No, this is, I told you to
That's
brace
too
for it.
much.
This is insane.
That's too much, buddy.
So he has pleaded not guilty.
Not guilty.
So
He done shot this lady in her house.
thank you. We'll pause it right there.
Wow.
Obviously a wild,
Yeah.
tragic scenario. She called the cops.
Yeah.
And the cops that she called killed her. Now, here's what I've learned in my day of whether it's George Floyd, whether it's Michael Brown, whether it's the kid in Wisconsin that was out there that killed 2 people, that the young white kid. Never jump to conclusions.
Right.
Find out exactly what happened here. Don't jump to conclusions.
Right.
Let's see the facts that come out here. So Candace, an opportunist nonetheless.
Of course.
She says, here's my opinion on this.
Oh.
Now, do we have the clip of what Candace had to say?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right
Go
there.
ahead.
Of course, as I have said since the beginning of time, there are mistakes that police officers are human beings. There are mistakes that happen, and the idea that now you're going to use this situation and all the usual suspects are already involved, we know that Attorney Crump is already involved, to then try to make Black Americans believe that this happened simply because she was Black is pointedly ridiculous. So I am saying to Black Americans today, do not take this bait. Yes, what happened in this situation, I think he's going to have a very hard time, this officer, saying that he absolutely felt so threatened by boiling water that the only solution was for him to mindfully say, I'm going to shoot you in the face, and that's what he did. I think that's going to be a very steep hill to climb. But the reaction from Black America cannot be exactly what they want. There is a reason that whoever is in control of Joe Biden's account instantly tweeted about this, okay? It's because they think we're stupid. They think we're emotional. I think that we always respond illogically and emotionally, and that it's an easy way for them to shore up votes by saying, oh, look, forget.
Okay. So whether you agree with her or not, she states her opinion, she gives her assessment, but she says it pretty eloquently. Hey, this is what's going to happen right now. Whether you agree with what happened or not, I don't think that he shot her because she was Black. I think he shot her because he felt endangered, but he's going to have to face the ramifications of what the Justice Department will basically do to a situation like this. Now, she had a pot of boiling water. Is that justification to shooting somebody? I don't know.
I don't think
My gut
so.
instinct is hell no, you don't shoot. We've also learned that when an officer shoots, they're supposed to shoot to kill. This lady wasn't going to kill you, officer.
Yeah.
But she's saying, look, there's 2 things can be true at the same time. The officer messed up.
Yeah.
He should be held accountable. We'll see.
Right.
But it didn't do this because he was racist towards the Black person. He did this because he would have done it whether it was a white person or an Asian person or a brown person or a Black person. He felt threatened.
Yeah.
2 things can be true at once. That's what she's saying. So she's basically saying, Black people, don't be emotional.
Yeah.
This is what they want. Don't be stupid. Don't fall for it. This is the reason that the Biden-Harris administration have tweeted this out. They want to play on your emotions. They think that you're emotional. Don't fall for it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Candace's opinion that I'm summing up. So then you have someone named Cardi B that they've gone back and forth for on certain things.
Right.
Where Cardi B, triggered, emotional.
Yeah, I'm sure. She comes from the slums. She knows what that life.
But this is essentially what she's saying. Candace, don't be like Cardi. So Cardi B slams Candace Owens for insensitive comments on Sonya Massey's murder. I think anybody that has a heart, that has empathy, will be like, dude, I can't believe this freaking just happened.
Yeah.
She's the one, schizophrenic, calls the cops.
Yeah.
And then she's the one that gets shot. Horrible. Horrible. And by the way, I'm not even interpreting Candace as saying that she's on the officer's side.
Yeah.
All she's saying is let the facts play out. Let the Justice Department figure this thing out. She's just saying, don't fall for the racist BS that it's a white cop and a Black woman. Don't fall for it. But here's Cardi B giving her take. You have that audio clip. I believe this is on a Twitter Spaces of her saying, no, I ain't playing this game. Go ahead, Ali.
Here it is.
I believe it starts at
1407.
14. Go ahead.
Like for you to sit here and say that it's like, oh, we cannot blame everything on racial. Not everything is racial. I know that this is sad, but this is not something racial. There's more white people that killed by the cops, and it's like, girl, shut up.
So back up a second, because I want to see. She calls out Candace by name. I think at like 1350.
So disturbing about the Sonya Massey case, and it's just like, yo, why you always gotta fuck it up?
So go back.
Why you always gotta fuck it up? Like, why you always got?
Go back to like 1330.
Have said, in the past year or something, she had been saying a lot of things that is
okay,
like,
maybe to 13. Sorry, because I want the audience to hear her call out Candace.
She said something so fucking disturbing about the call out is Candace. I can't even say her name. Candace Owens, because she made like such a. It's like, girl, why you always fucking shit up, girl? Like, seriously, why you always fucking shit up? You know, I've been seeing clips of different things that she have said about different topics, and some of the things I'll be like, okay, you know, I will never give you a 10 because I don't like you. I'm never gonna give you a 10 because I don't like you. I give you an 8 or a 7 to certain things that you have said. You know, in the past year or something, she had been saying a lot of things that is like, it kind of makes sense, kind of don't, kind of makes sense, kind of don't. But today she said something so fucking disturbing about the sorry, I'm choking a little bit. She said something so disturbing about the Sonya Massey case, and it's just like, yo, why you always gotta fuck it up? Why you always gotta fuck it up? Like, why you always gotta take it there? Like, it's like you always gotta take it there, and it's like, why you gotta take it there? Like, for you to sit here and say that it's like, oh, we cannot blame everything on racial. Not everything is racial. I know that this is sad, but this is not something racial. There's more white people that killed by the cops, and it's like, girl, shut up. You don't feel one little bit of empathy, one little bit of sympathy of how this woman died. There was no argument. There was no conflict. There was no raised a voice. Okay. And she got shot. And then it's like, okay.
So, listen, I'll let you guys be the judge here. I think we can all agree on a few things. Horrible tragedy that happened to this woman.
Right.
She was hearing things, seeing things.
Poor lady.
Schizophrenic, calls the cops.
For help.
And then she ends up dead. Horrible. But the whole premise of this conversation was Candace Owens on mainstream, on The View, replacing The View? No way. Not on the situations that she talks about. So,
would change.
But also, not everything has to be lockstep with the certain identity politics situation. Mm-hmm. We just did the episode last week about, all right, like, do whites have to vote for Trump? Do blacks have to vote for Kamala? Do Asians have to vote for Andrew Yang? Do Latinos have to vote for AOC? No. You can vote for who embodies the qualities that you want in a president, that you want in a leader. So this identity politics thing. So essentially, Candace Owens is goes against what a lot of black people feel, right?
Right.
So Cardi B, emotional. Oh my God, you gotta fuck it up. But what is she screwing up? What is she messing up? She's basically saying, let's not be emotional about this. Let's let the facts come out.
Right.
Because we all saw what happened when people got emotional during George Floyd riots. We all saw what happened when people got emotional. White people got emotional during January 6th, storming the Capitol.
Right.
So don't let the emotions get the best of you. Let's try to be logical right here. So Candace Owens, a little bit more logical of an actor than Cardi B. I think that's the understatement of the year.
Yeah, but I think...
Yeah, your thoughts.
I think Cardi B also, she holds an important place with her voice. She's always been very vocal about whatever is in the news and she wants to talk about. And I think her voice represents a lot of the people in that community, what they think. Like, it allows us to get in the mind of those type of people. And I think it's important that if she's able to maybe educate herself on certain facts and give certain credible areas that she has studied, I think she'd be able to actually make a really big impact. I would love to see us sit down with her and Candace. I would love to see them go back and forth. I would love for Cardi to go and do some research and get some of those facts, because I don't think Cardi B is like a terrible human being. You know, you see a lot of her business put out there and you see the lady struggle, and I don't see her wishing ill will on people. I do think maybe she's not fully educated in certain of the topics that we talk about today that's actually impacting her community in a negative way. But again, that comes also with, I'm sure she has conversations with her team where it's like, Cardi, you don't talk about this, in this interview. You don't say this. You don't say this. And when you're being told not to talk about it, how do you encourage research? How do you encourage conversation? And I think having someone like Cardi B, not just hidden behind a Twitter space, sit down with Candace. Go back and forth with Candace. Share your perspective. You're from the slums. You were in a strip club. You were robbing people of their money. Give us some insight of what that day-to-day looked like. How do you change the world that you came from? And I think that's only going to come from that type of conversation. So as much as, the world, some people don't really like Cardi B, I think she's a voice to be reckoned with. And I think whoever's willing to really sit down with her and not yell at her, but to have that back and forth with her, it could be a really important time and an important conversation for that community. People listen to Cardi B, whether you like it or not. Yeah. Either her music or her voice, people listen to her. So if we can get her caught up and educated, that could really, I feel like, help the community that she's really trying to help.
Valid points right there. I think, Cardi B and Candace, just to be clear, one is an intellectual, one who has used her mind, one has used her ability to be an orator and a very skilled debater and commentator to catapult herself to notoriety. One is a former stripper who got a little bit of flow and got some BBL injections that's going on out there, and is just sort of a WAP ratchet chick. They're two totally different stratospheres of caliber of people. Let's just be clear about that. But that doesn't negate the fact that Cardi B does have an audience, that she does have a voice.
Exactly.
So there's a reason that she sat down with Joe Biden 4 years ago for an interview.
Yeah.
My guess is that she'll probably do something with Kamala, even though she said that she was sitting this election out. Now I feel like she's going to get back into the fold because of Kamala. But
money.
if there's a bridging of the gap here between a Cardi B and a Candace Owens, you know who would that be these days?
Who?
Amber Rose.
Oh, Amber Rose.
Because if you watched the RNC,
she's another one. Yeah.
You had Amber Rose show up, famous for literally being the slut walk girl, dated Kanye.
Yeah.
She's got the Post Malone tattoo on her forehead, whatever's going on there.
Her son's name.
But she sort of got red pilled by her dad, of all people, I believe. And she shows up at the RNC. And there's a similar theme here where she, just like the guy in the last segment with the gay guy, just like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Yeah, I'm not falling for this time again. Here's Amber Rose at the RNC.
Good for her.
First person I knew who supported Donald Trump was my father. I was shocked. My entire family is racially diverse. And I believed the left-wing propaganda that Donald Trump was a racist. My father said, "No, he's not, Amber. What are you talking about?" And when I insisted, he said, "Prove it." So to prove my father wrong, I did my research and looked into all things Donald Trump. People have to do their research. I watched all the rallies, and I started meeting so many of you, his red hat wearing supporters.
They say, "Oh, she cute."
I realized Donald Trump and his supporters don't care if you're black, white, gay, or straight. It's all love.
Until you're pregnant and you need to get an abortion, that's where the conversation can get a little slippery right there. So, all right, cool. So you have was she a stripper at one point?
Yeah, I think she danced a little bit. She was in that hip hop life, that world.
She was about that life. We know that. Anyway, we don't got to go there. We know that she's had a checkered past.
Yeah.
But she's cleaned it up a little bit. Well, sort of.
Good for her. She's using her voice.
Yeah,
and
it's all
she's
good.
somebody who's evolved over the years.
Okay. So what's the connection there is because shortly after that speech, during this whole situation with
I saw this.
With Candace and Cardi, well, Amber goes and sits down on the Candace Owens show.
Exactly my point.
And they have a quick little conversation. Let's play the beginning of that.
Nice. Look at Candace. She's excited.
I'm so excited to have you here. Thanks for joining.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So many things I want to say. I'm going to try to shut up. But the first thing that I want to say is I was so empathetic watching you at the RNC because, first and foremost, your speech was amazing. And I think everybody agreed that your speech was amazing. But I knew what was going to follow immediately after, which was sort of this purity test because I had lived it before. So I was in your shoes. I guess now it's been like 8-9 years ago. And I just realized that everything I was being told was a lie. And it specifically started on the BLM stuff, like on the Black America stuff. And that's all I said. And then my remarks went viral. I was being invited to all these places and I wasn't ready to then have my feet held to the fire about every single position. Well, what has she ever said about pro-life? What has she ever said about this? Is she actually a conservative? I'm like, guys, I'm just saying what I believe in my heart to be true. And now you're trying to put me through a test.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened to you thereafter.
Yeah.
So I guess the first question I just want to ask you is, how are you doing today?
I'm wonderful.
You're good.
Yeah. This isn't the first time I've been canceled or viral or trending on Twitter.
We know.
I've been down this road several times throughout the years. So it's kind of just like, I slept like a baby this whole week. So
I'm so glad to hear that. So
Yeah.
Okay,
how are
cool.
you feeling?
So look.
Candace is lit up. Candace looks excited for this combo.
Yeah, of course. How many black women, famous black women, are openly supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Not many.
Exactly.
Not many. And I get it. Identity politics, Kamala, black female, especially at the backdrop of this situation with this horrible murder that just happened, this situation, it's tough out there. So the bottom line is this. Don't expect to see Candace Owens on any mainstream platform anytime soon. Certainly not replacing The View or On The View. Aww. By the way, don't expect to see Amber Rose on any of those platforms anytime soon as well. I don't know. We shall see. It's a tough situation. We're kind of bringing it all together here. But listen, Candace says things I don't agree with, but I will fully support her right to say what she wants to say.
Right.
Amber Rose certainly does things I don't agree with, but dude, girl, do you. Cardi B does a lot of stuff I don't agree with, but girl, do you. This is the beauty of America. You're allowed to change your positions. You're allowed to have any position you want in America without condemnation or the fear of getting canceled. And that, I think, is the basic premise here, is that say what you want, do what you want. In America today, we should not face the ramifications of saying what's on your mind. And there's only one group that's sort of been dealing with that, and that's the conservatives. So we'll see what happens with Candace and Amber moving right along. So good luck with that. Are you coming to the Vault? Oh, what's the Vault? You know about the Vault? The Vault is the ultimate event for entrepreneurs to level up their game and learn from the best in the game. Last year, we had Tom Brady and Mike Tyson, and I said to our CEO, Patrick Bet-David, I said, how are we gonna top that? He said, how we're gonna top that? How about The Rock? So this year, Patrick Bet-David went out and got Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So he's gonna be there along with PBD, the Biz Doc, and me. Yeah, if you want to join us at the Vault Conference, check out thevaultconference.com. It's going down in West Palm Beach, September 4th through 7th. If you want to make more money, improve your business, and expand your network, you have to be at the Vault. We'll see you there. Oh, you like that? Well, if you want to see more of that, check out this clip right here. And if you want even more, check out this clip right here, only on the SOSCAST.